And we'll also be taking a look back in history a couple years wreck in Tennessee due to some fog, and we'll show you some video from that. But first, we've shown you the many types of fog, but there are different reasons why they form. Dennis Smith explains.
Fog can cause havoc on the roads and in the air. Travel becomes a nightmare as visibility is reduced. Fog is basically a cloud on the ground. The most common type is radiation or ground fog. This forms when humid air is cooled to its dew point, causing water vapor to begin condensing into tiny drops. On clear, still nights, heat radiates away from the ground, cooling the ground and the air next to it. Heavier cold air flows into low places. Fog forms as the air cools to its dew point. Fog is normally less than a couple of 100 feet deep. When the sun rises, the heat burns off the fog as the temperature rises above the dew point. Dennis Smith, the Weather Channel.
Hello, everyone. Oh, let me make sure the chat's refreshed. There we go. We should be good. How's the music volume? I totally changed the setup, so if it's too loud, let me know. I think it's too loud, probably. Now that I'm seeing it. Good day. Yo, look at all these folks. Look at it. Look at all these people who are waiting to watch me do Wonder. Great. Perfect. I'll count it. So, yeah, today we're just going to be working on some more shots. We have all of these left. So it should be pretty fun. I do need to check one thing with this shot really quick, so I'm just going to do that really quickly. Because I don't remember. Yeah, okay, it is wrong. Teehee. Whoops. Alright, let me hide the earth for a minute. And then we're going to hide that. Great. And then we're going to go into edit mode. And grab this. Oop. Cool. Oh my goodness. Why? There we go. No, this isn't actually old Windows. It's a theme, because I thought it was funny. And it is funny. That's a good bit. Okay, I think we have everything. Yes, we do. Great. So we can go here. We can set cursor to selected, back to edit mode, and then we'll make this 3D cursor. We will duplicate, rotate 180. Great. That's been fixed. Whoops. Didn't have enough antenna. And it should have kept its position. Super. Look at that. That's great. We'll even have a little peek what that looks like. Hope everybody's mornings are going well. How long do these take? It depends. Oh, 6-7 hours. Ha ha ha. No, it depends, honestly. Some of these take, you know, not very long, but I've been good. I had a pretty chill weekend. I started doing some, there's this community render farm thing called Sheepit, and I've been contributing to that, which has been very fun. So that's going to make this video actually come out at a reasonable time. Oh, well then good evening. Wow, that's taking quite a while to load. Holy cow. It's probably this gigantic texture. 9 p.m. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's morning for me. A lot of folks, I assume, are headed to work, or already at work or whatever. So it's just going to be kind of chill today. I also set it to subscribers only, just to kind of limit the amount of people that could chat. Oh, 1 a.m.? Get out of here. You gotta go to bed. Hey, there we go. Finally loaded. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Little Sputnik flying over America, giving everybody the heebie-jeebies. Thank you for the super chat. I very much appreciate it. Can't stay and watch, but I love your videos. Thank you. That means a ton. I'm really excited for this one. I think this one's like very different. You weren't subscribed? Oh my god. Embrace convenience, come on. Who needs sleep when you could stay on the grind? No, sleep is good. You gotta love sleep. 1730 high from Germany. Are you not getting the sound? Oh, look at that. Look at that little motion. It's so subtle. So good. I discovered your channel like yesterday while packing and coming home from vacation and binged several. Really love the vibes. Hey, I'm glad you like it. Hey, 8:36 a.m. crew, let's go. Spooky little guy this is. Now, notably, it did not orbit this high, so keep that in mind. But just for the visual aesthetics, we have it orbiting pretty high. I just wanted to see all of America, because, like, that's who scared... Sputnik scared the most, right? Scared America the most. How much experience do you have in Blender? I've been using Blender for... 12 years now. I started using it in 2014. It's funny, I was actually talking to somebody about this recently. I didn't realize that it had been that long. So, yeah, I've originally started learning After Effects. And to think it was Element 3D that I started learning. And Element 3D was like super limiting. And I didn't like it. And I was like, well, I want to do 3D stuff. How do I do 3D stuff? And then that resulted in me picking up Blender, because it's free! How do you question free? Okay, so I can... That one is fine now. Great. Also gonna delete this. Okay. Hello. To the multiple people that said hello since I've missed looking at chat. I think we're gonna work on this set, the 1639 one. So, yeah. Just because I think it's fun. So let's see here. Delete that. And we're gonna save right off the bat to here. And it's gonna be 1639. This is Linux. I mean, I'm using Windows 95. What are you talking about? Psh, come on. No, it's a theme. I'm going to rely on other people in the chat to relay what the theme is. Chicago 95 on Mint. There we go. I know words. I know what I'm using. I promise. Okay. Let's see here. So we want to set this to 25. And let me just get a old table just for like reference. I do like some of those. We'll go with that one. So, how do you come up with these shots? Do you actually storyboard or something? So it depends. Some of the shots I just kind of wing it. Where is this? Why is that all hidden? What a weird import. So yeah, a lot of most of the time I just kind of vibe it out, just play around with it for quite a while. And wait, you're getting ads? Hang on. Let me see if I can fix that. I thought yeah, okay. Sorry about that. YouTube's default settings are kind of bad. I think that should fix it. Also, yeah, you should be blocking them via a platform that can let you do that. Yeah, I have it set to frequency low. Can I manually... I could just turn monetization off. I guess that would work. Yeah, there we go. No more ads. Hey. Okay. Let's see here. So I'm a menace. I like to preview everything in the rendered view. I am going to change one thing though, just to save you guys some visual sanity. I'm going to turn on the denoise, so it won't look like amazing, but whatever. We're also going to be doing a night shot. So we're going to switch to the world, and it doesn't need to be high resolution, luckily. So we'll do just the 16K. Great. Love it. Oh, look at those little stars. That's so cool. Alright, let's get some light. We're just going to stick with some point lights for now. Let's also make these softer. Turn up the radius. And we'll also turn down to like 35, 50? Sure, whatever. Get out of here. Okay. Someone was complaining about this last time, so I'm going to do it just for them, assuming that they're watching. We're going to do this mode. Look at that. See? I know it. I could use it. I think I want it to be facing... I like that stripe of sky, so I think I'm going to roll with that. Okay. What's up with that NASA sponsorship? I don't take sponsors, you know that. Let's also make sure we get a... I just like having composition guides. Even though you can't see it in this theme. Whatever. It's fine. Okay. I like that general framing. We'll stick with that. Expand this a little bit. And we will extend that out a bit. Great. So we're going to call that the floor. So we will apply the scale. And then I'm just going to do the wood floor. And I want kind of an old one. We do like some of these though. Oh, they've added a bunch of nice new ones. That's nice. This add-on, by the way, Blender Kit, fantastic. Big fan. Highly recommend. Okay, great. Let's take this table, rotate it, and put it over here. Cool. Let's add a plane, rotate 90. Let's see here. Yes, I am doing YouTube full-time now. That happened back in November. We'll get to wall items in a minute. Let's also move this back over here. Let's duplicate a few of these as if it was like candlelight or something. We'll actually add lights in a little bit. I just want to get we're just blocking stuff out right now. I do want a big stinky window right here. And it's gonna start there. We'll make it pretty tall. And then we'll do E. And rotate that face. Cool. And then we're going for kind of an old science-y kind of vibe. So I'm thinking probably like taller ceilings. Like, not taller, but I don't know, rotated. So let's do that real quick. Rotate 45, minus 45, move up. Ooh, that was a bad idea. Maybe 45 is too much. Here, I have an idea. That'll work. It doesn't need to be perfect. But now we can rotate this. Cool. And then what we can do with this guy is this, and bevel it. And then we'll say you, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you. We'll extrude down. Let's go up. We're going to new, and then we're going to do another new. I'm just assigning that to those, so those will be beams, right? And then oop. Oop, meant to do that. Great, we'll give that the same material. And then this, we will just duplicate, rotate Z180. And we'll do the same. Actually, we'll do something different with you. We're just gonna go E. Remember E? That was the best beam. No, it wasn't. Oh, man. I have a Discord if you sign up for the Patreon, but that's the only way to do that. Otherwise, I have a forum, rigidconvenience.com/forum. That is also linked in my description on like the channel page. Also, have lunch on me. Enjoy. Thank you, Jeremiah, for the $20. Reject convenience. Ignore my spelling. Yeah, so if you go to the website, there's a big stinky forum. This is kind of what I've been like trying to encourage people to go to instead of Discord. So yeah, there you go. It's free. Also, the privacy policy is literally right here. So it's really short. Tried to keep it as clear as possible. So yeah, there you go. Okay, we need one more thing. We're going to duplicate this, rotate 180, just so it's like a room. I also need to be able to see. There we go. I'm also going to redo the floor. Okay, and then we're going to apply the scale. Okay, let's start looking at our materials and stuff. Okay, we have a lot of lights that are kind of bright. Candles aren't that bright. Candles are dim. And then, oh, I love that you can see those stars out there. That's so perfect. Yeah, the form form is built with PHP-BB, and it's there's a handful of themes that I have on there. So if you sign up for an account, you can actually change the theme. But the default one is just one that I personally reminded me of when I was a kid too. So using the early internet, getting up to no good. What's the average time it takes for each video to be made? I will give you an idea with just the render time of the last video. The last video took, what was it? 40 days to render. So that didn't include writing, research, animation. That was just rendering time. So there you go. Hopefully that gives you an idea of how important the Patreon is. They make a big difference. I do want this to be a little bit lower. Okay, let's also start adding in a, oh wait, I fixed this issue. Okay, so for those of you who were, no, I'm not rendering on a potato. I have a 4090, but it's because I'm rendering 35,000, 40,000 frames on, one computer. It's part of the reason I'm looking at Sheepit for crowdsourced rendering, to try to help speed up that process a little bit. But like it just takes time, and I'm doing these all in 4K, so it's like it just takes time. That's all it really is. Cursor to selected. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. We are going to switch to you. Cool. Okay, so we're going to apply the scale. And then we're going to subdivide like that. And then we're going to go aye, Captain. And then we're going to grab those like that. Delete those faces. Bam, now we got a little window we can work with. Love it. Cool. Let's give that a darker material that's kind of metallic. So 14.4, why 4K? I don't know, just because I can. I think it's really funny to have a 4K 4x3 video. You know what I mean? Like, who's doing that, right? It does not have Aereo Aqua themes, but I can look into that. If you add a suggestion, there's a feedback section on the forum. You can totally recommend that in there, and I will look into that. Oh, you know what else we need? I'm just gonna get like a hill. Let's do mountain. That's usually easier. Mountain, let's do... Sure. It doesn't matter. It's nighttime. You can't see it anyway. And then we're gonna move it way back. And we need to make sure that our camera settings are correct, because they're never correct. Great. Love it. We're gonna shrink you a bunch. That's just to give us some like darker contrast against those stars. It's subtle, but it's there. Just found your channel. The quality, clearness, and transparency are such a breath of fresh air. Thank you. I'm glad I could provide transparency. And all that other stuff. Bring it down. And then check this out. You're gonna love this. We're gonna go duplicate, P, selection, bam. Give me that one. And then we're just gonna give that a good old-fashioned solidify. Probably the other way. Yeah, there we go. And now we have little baseboards. Look at that. Nice, easy, lazy. Love it. The vocals at the beginning of the AI video were actually my sound editor. She was the one that she does all of the sound work for these videos. Her name is Maddie. She's fantastic. That actually is an entire song. It is called Sexo no Oxo. It is a song in Spanish about a young man who has a addiction to having intercourse in gas station bathrooms. It's a terrible song, but it bangs. It's so good. It is a real song. I was very conflicted on using it for that reason, but it's like you can't argue with that guitar. It's so good. Yeah, I hate to ruin the fun. I know it's a terrible thing. Wallpaper. I want some old wallpaper. Let's get some like. Ooh, I kind of like some of these. It'll be dark, so it doesn't really matter. I do want a fun one though. Wait, wallpaper wasn't even a thing back then. It's probably just paint. How did I even find that? So, when it was on, I was looking through like YouTube's like music library, just like looking around at random things, and I found it, and I was like, oh, this song's so good, I'm gonna add this for later. I had no idea what it was about, right? And then I made that intro with that song because I was like, oh, I know the intro to this is great, right? And then I learned about what it was like as I was animating it, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna hope people don't know. And that's the story behind that. Let's see here. It's too much. I don't want it like old. I just want it like a little old. Like that. That's good. Let's see what that looks like. That one's a little silly over here. Maybe we can use a different material here. Yeah, there we go. Let's see here. Do you ever plan on doing a video on Flock Safety, LiveView, or other similar AI surveillance vendors? Probably not. I think Ben Jordan has done a stellar job with the reportings on all of that stuff. I have previously talked about Ring cameras in the video Why Data Breaches Matter. So I don't know. I feel like everything that's already been said is what I would say about it, you know? I don't think there's anything of value that I could add to that conversation. I'm really trying to lean into... Actually, I can show you guys this. Something that a friend of the channel, Simply Snaps, recommended, or she just did it, I just followed suit, was a list of core values to myself and for the channel. Yeah, the data breaches video is an older one, but like I actually really still love the content of that one. I don't necessarily love the visuals, but like the quality of the writing and the research I do stand by. I do recommend that video. But yeah, so basically this is just kind of some of the things that like I want to make sure always rings true with this channel. I'm thinking about honestly putting it in a future video just so it's like much more concrete. But I'll just read these off to you. Kindness must always come first. And these are like messages to myself, right? Like this is like, I really want to make sure like I'm constantly reminding myself of this stuff. So if you ever feel that you cannot be kind, then be patient. Do not make any hasty responses to criticisms or even outright attacks. Do not make videos attacking other creators. That one's really important to me. I hate like fake beef even. Give any difficult situation time before jumping into it. Process your emotions. Try to reflect on their emotions as well. Try to understand why this has happened before you do anything. You know, just kind of, hey, pause, take a minute. Let's figure out what's going on. Human creativity must be celebrated. Do not use generative AI for any part of making a video. When hiring outside help, make sure they do not use generative AI for the work that they do on these videos. When getting help on a video, make sure they are compensated. No work goes unpaid, ever. If you can't afford it, then do it yourself. I'm definitely big into like that one. I've seen people get taken advantage of in this industry so frequently, and that's gonna, pay people. If you're gonna make them do work, pay them. And I've had people even email me, many people, saying like, oh, I'd love to, donate my skills of being a 3D artist or music or whatever. And they want to just give me that work for free, and I have to tell them no. Then I do write down their information. I have like a document for all the people that like have really captured my interest. So it's like eventually, yeah, but I can't afford it right now, so I'm not going to pursue it. Corporate incentives are universally unwelcome. This channel is not for sale. Sponsorships and affiliates allow corporations to steal your voice. Never take money or gifts of any kinds from any corporation. To do so would be an incredible breach of trust, not only with the audience, but with yourself. yeah, this one's pretty self-explanatory. I don't want corporate money. It's been ruining my life this entire time. I just want to have fun. So that's what I'm going to do. Fear is the path to darkness. Where are my Star Wars fans at? Any video that discusses a topic that might be scary must have an actionable solution. If you cannot offer an actionable solution, then do not make the video. Stand out by giving people hope. So like that's the big thing. Like I with the flock safety thing, I can't reasonably do that right now, and so I'm not going to make a video about that, right? You make videos for people, not robots. If you find yourself making a video to appease the platform or the algorithm, stop immediately and make something fun. If you feel stuck, then don't make anything at all. That's what this video is, by the way. There's a Star Wars video on my channel for you Star Wars nerds. I hope you know that. It's there. It's been there this whole time. But yeah. But this video about space was like to get me out of a creative funk. So like it's really important to me to like have fun with these videos. I actually watched that video. Legend Wolf A. I actually commented on it too. I recently did I did the math based on the video that this private equity company sent me, and the channel buyout would have been between $150,000 and $300,000. How are the plant babies doing? That's an amazing question. There are too many. I actually had to give some away to some of my neighbors because they were taking over our house. So they're doing very well. How do you have fun making animations and videos? That's the thing. Making animations and videos has to be something that you're drawn to for fun. And I think that if it's not fun for you, it shows a little bit, you know? Have I played Kerbal Space Program? Heck yeah, I have. I got 700 hours in that game. That's part of the reason I'm making this video. Oh yeah, let me finish this real quick. So do not take advantage of this position. Do not try to make quick cash off of your audience. Do not seek sympathy donations. Do not manipulate your audience into paying your debts, bills, or anything. If people donate, it's to support the channel. That's kind of a core value of like the Patreon in general. And then these are non-negotiable values. If there is ever a day where you feel that any of these values seem dumb or negotiable, delete the channel and get a real job. So, yeah, those are kind of some of the things that I want to like keep in mind with everything that I'm making, you know? Okay, let's see. We're working on this one now. Sorry, I didn't mean to, No, so I have just a bunch of plants, and so I live in an apartment, so I just basically gave a bunch of them away to neighbors that I know would like plants. So, yeah. Oh, what's an assumption that the algorithm will output insecure code like it's an intern? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed like a whole other thing. What's your thoughts on, oh gosh. What's your thoughts on the ethical gray area of using local LLMs solely for coding and stuff? That's a good question. I think friend of the channel, Fami, kind of has been handling it best case scenario. She does everything locally, which there's an argument that, yeah, it was trained using kind of the less friendly methods, but it's also one of those things, like, it's there, it exists, there's nothing that can be done at this point, and at least locally is like designed to work on hardware that like isn't terrible for the environment. So it depends. Do I have a smart thermostat? Heck no. I don't trust that stuff. I'm just generally a fan of doing things locally, period. So I don't see why that would be different for something like LLMs. I personally won't use them. That's just kind of a B thing. I don't like that. But have I ever used a home assistant? Absolutely I have. I used to have smart tech all over my house. I used to, that data breach video kind of explains how much smart tech I used to have. Yeah, I'm just gonna bookmark my freaking website because I'm tired of typing that. Oh, look, I'm live. Let's see, which video was it? It was... So this is the Star Wars video. You need to watch it if you're a Star Wars fan. And then this video is the one that I do recommend folks watch for kind of like my old internet usage and stuff like that. IoT. Do I like home labbing? Absolutely I do. I have my own NAS. Yeah, big fan of home labbing. Do you have fun making these videos? Absolutely I do. However, there are times when like some of these more intense videos, like the Proton one, the Delete Me one, some of these ones that talk about more intense, I mean the AI one's an amazing example of that. It got so depressing that I had to stop working on it because it wasn't fun anymore. So yeah, it sometimes can be not fun, and I just need to give it time for it to be fun again. I wonder if there's a telescope. I'm just gonna see if someone else has already made this. Oh, there's some. Oh, yes. Look at that. They got the old ones and everything. That's exactly what I was looking for. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's so cool. I'm just gonna grab a... that doesn't vibe with like old feeling. I do like streaming and liking Blender animations. I actually really have been enjoying it. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I have been, but it's kind of like the perfect way for me to like show, hey, here's how I make these videos. Because like I've been meaning to do that for so long, but my workflow constantly changes. So yeah, I've been enjoying it. Oh. Like that. I know that's the wrong vibe, but I'm gonna lean into it. Yeah, get some crates, sure, whatever. That's what I was thinking of right there. That's exactly it. We're gonna fix that later. We can do curtains. No. Oh, you got ads? What the heck? I thought I turned ads off. Okay, whatever. That should fix it. Sorry. I thought I turned off ads. I don't know why it's not working at all. You shouldn't see ads. I don't want you to see ads. Oh my, that's too big. Nope, nope, nope. We'll deal with that later. Okay. Actually, you know what might make more sense? That. No, this isn't going to be the main set. This is... So at one point, we go back in time, ooh, and we start talking about how... Oh, wait, I guess this would take place during the day, wouldn't it? Oh, God. I'm so glad you said something. I legit forgot this literally takes place in the middle of the day. We're talking about the transit of Venus. Duh, that doesn't happen at night. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I would have looked a fool. Could you imagine? How foolish. Okay. Wow, I legit forgot. That's so funny. I'm gonna just clear materials for now. I can't believe it. That's so funny. Oh my god. I know, right? I've literally seen the transit of Venus, so I should know that. Yes, it is. The question about the character based on something. I just don't want to admit it because I don't want Nintendo to murder me. I can't believe I didn't. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? I like the glare here. Let's do some... Whoops. Let's do some quick compositing shenanigans. Everybody knows my go-to. It is high quality bloom. But then it's just that. And we're going to go into the camera. And then we're going to go to an add color. And then it's going to be that. And then it's going to be that. Except I think it's the other way. It is. I get that wrong every time. And we turn that way down, we turn that way down, we turn that up. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. Okay, hang on. I go over in this video what the transit of Venus is, so you can learn it now from probably a YouTuber much smarter than me. Or you can wait for this video to come out. I've been saving. Look, I don't got a little star up there. I'm saving. But yes, constantly save. Let's get a little bit more ozone. I just want the more blue. Let's also raise the altitude to like that. Hey, there we go. That looks better. Let's also get a cloud. Oh, I don't need to look that up. I have clouds. Asset browser. I like the lighter clouds personally, like these little swooshies. They kind of go a little bit further in my opinion. Just need to make sure they're not straight above us. There we go. I love clouds. They're so fun. Okay. Whoa. I do need some, like, old, so, like, quill, what was it called? A quill pen? Did I have too many L's? No, I didn't. Yeah, sure. And then maybe like an old notebook. I love that it's pulling up laptops. That's hilarious. I'll find one. You're not even gonna see it. It doesn't even matter. See, I always get trapped in this kind of thing. I like this though. I love me a good door. Can't even see it. Doesn't matter. See what I mean? Oh, goodness gracious. You're actually going to need this set for a couple things, so it's good that we're doing it this way. All right, let's start working on this. Oops. World. Where's the sun? There it is. Nice and bright. Yeah, this is kind of what I meant with kind of just vibing out how I want it to look. I literally just throw objects around and just see what sticks, you know? Didn't I separate that? I did. Okay. Oops. I'm famously bad about naming materials. Could I place the sun inside the house? Sure. Oh, I know. let's get a painting of a zany character. Yeah, look at these zany characters. Yeah, that's nice. Those are zany characters too. I love that. Can't go wrong with zany characters. You're witnessing the pipeline of making a video. It's all kind of this now. I mean, it depends. I don't tend to make this many scenes for a video, which is why I'm utilizing a lot of like Blender Kit and stuff, so I can like actually get through it. Because I want to like actually get it done. But go away. Blender Kit objects are, they're licensed for use for this kind of thing. Like, I couldn't share this Blender file with somebody, like on my Patreon, for example. But they're, oh god, I can't remember the licensing. Actually, it should be mentioned here. They have two different licenses. There's, let's see here. Yeah, so everything's royalty free or CC 4.0, something like that. Can't remember the exact thing, but yeah, Blender. I love Blender Kit. It is so worth the $120 a year because like I actually do use a lot of assets from it. And then some of that money goes to the Blender Foundation as well, which is nice. I actually don't mind that as it is. With the sun and all that. Maybe we can make the sun a little bit lower so it's in line with the... maybe even rotate it this way. Yes, now we got it centered on the thirds. Yeah. And I tend to do compositing after the fact, but yeah. I don't know if Blender Kit is open source technically. I mean, it's based on Blender, which is open source, so I don't know. I'd have to double check that. Okay, that's a good starting place for the 1639 scene. I'm gonna work on these ones later, just because they're incredibly intense to work with. Let's see here. There was one down here I wanted to do. Oh, we did. Man, we sort of did that one. Oh yeah, the JPL observation deck. That was the one I wanted to work on next. So we're gonna save this as JPL observation deck. Great, love it. This OS is Linux Mint with a very funny Windows 95 theme called Chicago 95. And then I'm also using the old Blender skin as well, because I think it's really funny. Yeah. Yeah, that one's not ready for rendering yet. The sun is also going to need a lot of work. I need to really figure out the fire effects for that. Okay, we're going to go back to here. We're going to go to 25. And we're actually going to need to grab a bunch of reference photos for this. So JPL observation deck. Yeah, this one. Wow, there's not a lot of pictures of this, are there? Do I have to look at my own pictures for this? Oh, you know what? YouTube does allow for pinned comments. I can do that. I didn't think of that. So yeah, are all these scenes in your mind, or do you already have imagined them? How does this work? So yeah, when I'm writing them, like in the script itself, I do try to visualize what I'm talking about. With like the visuals in mind. So it is usually in my brain a little bit. But there are definitely some things that like I need to storyboard it out because I just like, I have like an idea, but I don't know how it's actually going to work. The intro to the last video is a great example of that. I had to storyboard that entire thing out because I had no idea. Actually, I can show you that. Really quick. I think I might have removed it locally. I did. Never mind. I can't show you. Whoops. My bad. It's fine. Just trust me, it's cool. Crack open Blender again. Yeah, am I like... Isn't that what it's called? The observation deck? Well, helps if I actually spell it right. Yeah, okay, there's some more pictures of it, I guess. There still isn't that many pictures of it. What the heck? Looks like they change it up a little bit. What do I use for storyboarding? Blender. Believe it or not. I use Blender for everything. It's not the control room. It's specifically the, like, this room. I can't remember the name of it. It's like where they build everything. And they have like an observation room. This is, okay, hang on. This one's actually pretty helpful. All right, I'm going to snag this. Save image, send it to YouTube, current project, space, Blender, assets. Okay, that one works. Then there's one on the other side that I want to grab. Like there's two sides to this room. It's not the VAB. These are for their probes. Like where they assemble the probes. Maybe it's called the assembly room. I don't know. Let's find out. That looks like it. We got there. We just had to think about... Okay. Oh, and this is literally the exact scene that I'm trying to recreate. Okay, this is perfect. See, we got there. Okay. This is good. Yeah. Yeah. This is perfect. Oh, they even have... How big is that? I want to find like a really high quality version of all of those. 16. Well, that's definitely the room I was thinking of, so that's great. I wish there was a bigger version of that picture. That's fine. Oh, look at it. Yeah, maybe we'll do this one. Save that too. Okay. So then for these kinds of photos, what I'll do is I'll pull up an image editor and the shader, and then I'll just open up those references. I'm going to start with that top-down one. That one was really good. That'll give me a nice idea of how to lay this out. So we have some people here, so that'll give us a sense for scale. So let me just say person, Person, sorry, spell correctly. Human? Dude. Sure, you're the dude. Alright, whatever. And then I do have a perseverance model too, because that's literally what we're talking about. So. Wait, what? This is my real voice. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to do one stream over here on YouTube, and then I'll do the rest throughout the week over on Patreon. Kind of like I've been doing. I don't want to overdo it on YouTube. I don't know. I don't want to annoy people with like, their subscription feeds or whatever. If that's I don't know. I might be overthinking it, to be fair. Oh, I don't remember what this file format was. Nope, wasn't that. Here, I'll look really quick. Where is it? It's not that. It might be. Huh. Might not have downloaded it. Whoops. I bought a few assets over on TurboSquid for this video. I could have sworn I had. The Perseverance rover, but I must not have downloaded it. Yeah, no. Oh well, whatever. Oh, my mic is a tad hot. Sorry. Every time, I swear. There you go. Hopefully that fixed it. Man, they got a whole bunch of fun stuff in here. It's a very tall room, that much I remember. Oh, that's what I meant to do. Okay. And then these are like ridiculously powerful, probably. And they do have a very blue tint, so we'll say. It's probably 75. Yeah, there we go. $65? Am I a dog or a cat person? I have had both. I currently have a dog though. So, yeah. Okay. I just want to get an idea of the floor texture. Oh, right. I forgot to do the denoising thing. Oops, my bad. Oh, dog reveal when? Yeah, probably not. You get it. I don't show my face, you know? Do I plan on making IRL stuff in the future? Not necessarily showing your face, but maybe DIY stuff. I've thought about it, especially with like gardening stuff. But at this moment, no, that is not the plan. I said I'm both. I'm a dog person and a cat person. I like both. Okay, let's get this in a little bit more. I need that little spot bigger. Yeah, here we go. And then we need, well, first off, let's apply the scale. Let's make sure this is set to generated. Okay. Could be object. Oh yeah, let's do object. I like that better. And let's do that. Probably a little less detail. A little less roughness. There we go. Okay. And then we can do that. And then we just have a little bit of like warble on the floor. which I think looks a little nicer. Next, we need to do these shapes. These are interesting. They don't seem to... they're a little consistent. But let's do that in modeling. So we're just going to subdivide this a few times. And then it looks like, let's do one more, just so I can kind of really hone it in. It's pretty big. So we'll do that. Turn off the cube for now. Whoops. There we go. So maybe there. Actually, hang on. Let's see how far apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, that works. I know it's not perfect, but we don't need it to be. So we're gonna do I for all of these, so we can get this like nice little kind of weird effect around them. And we're just gonna raise that up a little bit. And I want to make sure it's like really just a little bit. Okay, and we're gonna go I again. And then these will be assigned a new material. And we're gonna go out one more. And then assign one more. Subtract. Reassign that. Okay, next we need to set this to smooth. And let's grab... Oh man, that doesn't work. Oh well. Whatever. Boop, boop, whoop. Okay, and for these, we're going to bevel. We're going to clip though, and we're going to do that, and we're going to change the shape so it kind of goes. That's not really doing what I want it to do, is it? Hey, there we go. Now we're getting some weird kind of warble. Love that. Okay, I should probably catch up on chat. My bad. Do you use your model skills for games? No, I don't. Do I like birds? Yeah, I like lots of birds. Love the background music, thank you. It's not mine. Have I used stuff like a llama? No, I'm not big into anything AI related, if I'm being honest. I am very interested in doing some scanning, like my own photo scanning. That is something I'll be looking into in the future, for sure. Your videos inspired me and helped change my life to suit me better and fulfill me more. Thank you from a stranger sitting in Germany. Yeah, I'm glad I could help. Feeling bored, but just want to speak. Loading icon. How did you get started on your first tech support job? So when I was in high school to public school, I had some teachers who recognized my interest in technology, and I actually was able to support in the library with like helping teachers get like various issues fixed with their computers, which like now that I'm thinking about it from the perspective of an IT person that worked in a school district, probably not the best idea, realistically. But that's really how I got into it, was just people recognizing me. And then I got hired at Best Buy somehow, at Geek Squad, and then a year later I got hired with the school district that I had went to high school with, and then I worked there for like 5 years, and then moved on to some other things. But yeah, that's really what got me into it, was just supporting people, like just helping people. So yeah. But it feels good as hell being told you made a positive influence in someone's life from across the world. You have no idea how cool that feels, honestly. Like, I get so many emails from people of all walks of life, and it really does mean a lot. It's amazing. These videos come across as genuine and nuanced, what I appreciate a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I love making these kinds of things. Have you ever played Genshin or HSR? I don't know what those are. Yeah. Okay, I think... I hope my boss finds his password. Heck yeah. That's... See, most people don't know that, like, most of support is truly just that. What's your favorite programming language and why is it C? I did learn Objective-C originally, so you know what? I'll give you that. I will give you that one. Okay, these are kind of metallic-y, but like rough metallic-y. And then they're a little bit darker. And then they got these little dots in them, so let's work on those next. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Okay. Oh, we missed one. That's fine. And then we're going to go I. And let's make sure this is set to individual versions. And then we can shrink those along the x-axis. And then we can switch that back to median. Scale that on the Y to push them further out. Pretty crafty, right? Let's make sure those are nice and square though. So I'll switch that back to individual. I like that. And then we'll just do that. There we go. I like that. We're getting there. We're getting there. Do you take modeling commissions? I'm actually not that good at modeling, if I'm being completely honest. I do know how to, but it's just, yeah, not my main thing. There are definitely far more talented people on this platform. So, yeah. Hopping out. It was a really fun stream. Yeah. Hope you make a lot of progress. Take care, everyone. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Have I made games? No. I'm not really... Oh, are you going to reveal the next video topic? Space. It's a side quest, kind of like the plant video. They don't perform super well, but I like making them, and you can't stop me. So that's just how it's going to be. Have you used stuff like geometry nodes or physics in Blender? Do you use them frequently? I use physics not quite a bit, but I'm more familiar. Physics was the reason I got into Blender, was because I wanted to make like falling cubes and stuff like that. Oh my god, wait, what were they called? There's a series of animations that I used to be obsessed with. Keva plank simulation, I think is, no, plank. Something like that. Yeah, these. Oh man, I used to love watching these videos. And this is what got me into wanting to learn Blender. And yeah, I only knew how to do that with Blender. So that's what I did. I used to watch those things all the time. But geometry nodes have actually been something that like I've been really, really hesitant to learn. I know how to use them if like I'm using somebody else's like tools or whatever, but yeah. How did space enter your life? That's what the video's about. I'm not gonna spoil that. Come on, I gotta give you a little questioning for what's coming up, right? What are you currently modeling? Oh, good question. The floor for the JPL Assembly Room. Because it's relevant. Boo ha 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 ha. I really like how it's turning out so far. Actually, let me fix one thing really quick with it. It is kind of bugging me a little bit. It is slightly, just slightly yellow. And also, let's get the lights like way brighter. That's clearly not enough. So can I fix the IOR? I don't think that works like that. Maybe it does. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. I'm sure. Okay. The other thing I want to do is get a brick texture. Nope. Brick. Plug that in there. Great. Mortar turn way the heck down. Might be too much. There we go. And then you can like barely see it in here, but it's there. And then we don't want to offset it, and we want these to be the same size. Which they're stretched a little bit, which I don't love. Will vector help? Oh my god, it made them tiny. What other content creators do you watch? Any recommendations for their YouTube channels? Yeah, they're actually on my my YouTube page. Some of them. If you scroll down to the very bottom, here's some channels I think you should check out. Camwing's been on the channel. Jay the Dev Guy hasn't been on the channel yet, but he's been in the Patreon. H-Bomber Guy's been on the channel. Loopiverse has been on the channel. Fami has not yet been on the channel, but that is planned. Yeah. Friends of the channel. There you go. We love Jay the Dev Guy. How do you... Oh, this is such an amazing question. Okay. How do you keep yourself going with no boss and fixed deadlines? Amazing question. This is actually something I just started thinking about today. Because, like, yeah, you're right. Like, there's nobody keeping me accountable, right? Like, what I decide to do is just what goes. So, like, how, yeah. And I genuinely think the answer is, I just love doing it. Like, you know how, like, people will, like, knit or crochet, and they just kind of get into a flow state, and they just love doing it? That's what blend, like doing what I'm doing right now is like a flow state thing for me. I don't think about it as work. It feels like fun for me. It just feels relaxing. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, so now we can control all of these lights at the same time. Wahahaha. Let's also make like way more of them. Also, make sure they're evenly spaced apart because I know that bothers people. Which, like, I get it, you know. I'm not gonna say I don't get it. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do every one. 1, 2, 3, 4. There was already one there. Whoops. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just grab you a little bit this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just trying to, let's see. Let's also get some like imperfections because there's like scuffs. Oh boy. Did you know that Mark Rober worked on the Curiosity Rover jetpack? I did. Thoughts on the oh, let's see. I just want you to know I appreciate your work. Thank you. Oh, thanks for pinning that, Katie. I don't know how you have fun making animations and high quality, time-consuming stuff. It's the projecting convenience thing, right? I don't mind time-consuming tasks, you know? Actually, I have an idea. First off, this feels too tall. This should be lower. So should you. It's a big room, but it's not that big. Next, we're gonna duplicate. Oh boy, we're really in it now, aren't we? Let's grab all of those and just like center those. Yeah. Look at that. That's better. And none of those other ones took those drivers. That's great. You'll love to see it. Why? Oh, because they're probably referencing this one. So I should paste this one as a driver. Hey, there we go. Or wait, no. Oops. Not power. Or I meant power. Paste driver. There we go. Whoops. How foolish of me. There we go. Now we can control that really easily. Cool. I'm going to turn that to like 750, I think. That feels a little better. Yeah, I really should look at the actual size of this. That's a good point. Do they have it, though? How big? Actually, they might have it on their website. If someone can find it, then that would help. In meters, preferably. I can convert, though. I forgot NASA's website's impossible to Let's see here. How do you have like pretty niche subjects as your interest? I don't know. It's just what I gravitated towards. How do you introduce your family, your tech and software without being called a paranoid? Yeah, okay, this is another great question. This is why I started making videos, because I sounded like a paranoid maniac when I started talking about everything's listening to you, oh my god, right? Writing it down forced me to slow down and think about how I was talking about it. Also, hang on, bright mode? No, this is the correct mode. Light mode is the way of life, right? You don't understand. Light mode makes you want to not use your computer at night, right? So light mode is the correct mode. I think, yeah, one way to get around it is to like provide like direct, like again, like privacy policies are a great place to start, because it's like, hey, this is what the company is willing to admit that they collect, right? This is what they are doing. So yeah. I probably want to reviews on any product, like VPNs and stuff like that. I just don't have a interest in it. You mentioned in a video if you use Instagram often and you have privacy concerns, is this the form of content people generally post or something in the privacy policy? Oh, that's interesting. I do generally stand by like what I said in that video. Which one was that? This one. What if you can't reject convenience? But sometimes it's easier just to like I've had to like ask my family to not like post pictures of my face online, and I can't validate that. I just trust them, and like there's unfortunately just a little bit of that. Is there ever times you have ideas for your videos that you do not know how to execute? If so, how do you overcome this? Constantly. Are you kidding me? So like the AI video, I had no idea how to execute that one, and it took an entire year for me to like fully process all of the research I had done. So it takes time. I think that's a shortcoming that a lot of creators kind of fall into. It's like because of sponsorships, like when you're given a deadline, you're not allowed to give it time, right? And sometimes these topics just require time to like fully process. So usually just kind of sitting on it, letting it stew in my brain for a while. That'll usually work out. The video that's coming after this one is actually in that state right now, where I didn't know what to do with it. And so it's just temporarily on pause right now. This might happen. I know I can middle mouse. I'm not gonna do it though. Component test facility. What? I didn't even talk about it. Well, heck. That's not it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The room is about 36 by 24 meters. All right, let's do that. I wasn't that far off. Oh, yes, I was. I was super far off. Whoops. 36 by 24. Yeah, okay. I wasn't that far off. I stand by that. Scale that down. Whoops. Drag all of these down. I am also admittedly making up the light a little bit. Oh, they're coming. Oops. Get in there. Individual origins. Why? There we go. Yeah, that helped. That helped quite a bit. Stupid. These also do feel kind of poorly shaped, so let's fix that. Not X. Let's try the Y. Hey, there we go. Let's try 140. Copy to selected. Just so it's a little bit more precise. Do you think any channel can do away with no sponsors, even if it's big? Funny enough, I actually was considering making a video about that exact topic. Like, how realistic is it actually to not take sponsors? Because when you do the math, like based on like what I take home with this channel, I make minimum wage in the United States, right? And like, it works fine because I have a wife that has a real job and we're debt free, which makes a huge difference. So it's like, we're able to make it work. But I also fully recognize that that is not the case for a majority of Americans. And I mean, and I have to think about it from that perspective because that's like the place I live. That's all I know. But yeah, no, I've definitely thought about talking about that. Let's get some of these little foam boys on the wall. Not foam, but squares. They do stick out a little bit. Let's make them cubes. That cube. And then that looks like it's one. I wish I could draw on these. You ever think of doing ethical merch? Yes, I cannot. Yeah, I can't think of anything like that would immediately come to mind, though, if I'm being totally honest. Oh, they have like these little divots in them. That's interesting. It's a little bit wider. Let's do this. Bevel, fewer. That looks right. And I'm gonna bring these edges, extrude along normals, just a little bit. Actually, let's go a little bit more, because it looks like they're rounded up here. So let's grab those. You, not you. You and you. What's your opinion of piracy? I legally can't recommend it, but it makes a lot of sense why people are doing it. Subscriptions cost a ton of money. and the quality is only getting worse. .5, that's what I wanted. My lawyer has recommended to me multiple times that I don't endorse piracy. Opinion about Linkin Park, if you know. Love Linkin Park. Kidding me? That's a great band. I've listened to them forever. I love their new stuff too. I can't remember the name of the album, but I have it on my iPod. I love it. It's so good. Have I ever made product demonstration videos or just Blender for cartoonish videos? I used to do tutorials for Blender back in the day. Those videos have all been taken down because they were causing more trouble than anything else. I wanted to like you know, provide something useful to people, but the versions of Blender I was working with were so old that it just didn't make a lot of sense anymore. Those are 3. Ray. Z 1.01? Whoops. Wrong way. Whatever. Okay, those are much smaller. Good to know. Good to know. We're getting there. Wish I knew the size of these. It's okay. When did you start? Ooh, that's a great question. When did you start taking YouTube seriously? I can show you exactly when. It was okay. It was around here. 2 years ago. This video blew up. I wasn't expecting it to. I just wanted to yap about something. But like at this time I was doing Blender tutorials just for fun. That's actually how I met Katie Sketch back then. And then it was this one that I really wanted to take it seriously. And most videos since then have been with like, I want to do this as a job in mind. So about 2 years ago. Have you watched BoJack Horseman? Yeah, I've seen it. That's one of those shows that you can only watch like once. I feel like that is a rough one on a rewatch. I'm gonna be honest. No, this is the vehicle. Not the vehicle assembly building, the JPL Assembly Building. So yeah. I'm just using this dude as like a scale reference. Which like, if I take my finger, that's about the size of a dude. So if I hide those, I can get an idea scale-wise how big it is. And it's too big. Z should be half that, so scale 0.5. because now that's a little bit bigger than a fella. Which, yeah, looking at it like that, that looks right to me. Let's also get some of these nooks in here. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it's kind of a... let's see, we got... Okay, so we have tool... what do you call those? Toolbox? That's not the right one. It's like a cart. Tool chest. That's what I want. Tool chest. Yeah. We might just grab that one. And then just scale it. That looks... Let's do that one. I like that one. Where did you go? You're way up there. Why? Try again. There we go. Let's fix the materials on this real quick. First off... Oh man. Is this really how this is done? Okay. I get it. I totally get it. Okay, we're just going to remove all the materials and just kind of start over. Metallic. Darken it up. These usually do have a little bit of a coat to them. And then we'll grab those. Thank goodness. Whoops. Those are at least uniform shapes. Okay. And then we'll do the same material for those. Thank goodness that's like that. So assign those as well. That's going to be very metallic, very shiny. And then the wheels are going to be something totally different. Even though you definitely won't be able to see them, but whatever. I don't know how many of these I'm going to add, so may as well just do it right while we're here. And then make that just black and a little less reflective. Great. Perfect. We got our little drawer. Love it. Do you intend to be extremely famous one day, like 5 million subs famous? Ooh, I don't know about that. I would be stoked to get 1 million, I won't lie, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. You can't predict any of this. If you were to give advice for someone who has started YouTube, what would it be? Just have fun. Don't take yourself too seriously. Adding things like deadlines and like thinking, oh, I need to get this many numbers or whatever. Like it feels, I don't know. It feels impossible to like actually get there when you're thinking about it like that. Yeah, I don't know why pinned messages appear at the bottom now. That's kind of odd. I didn't expect that either. I agree with Shadow there. I do honestly kind of feel famous already, if I'm being honest. Okay, so this is gonna go all the way against the wall. Which, of course, we need to do something with the wall really quick. Let's delete this face. Grab that. Bring it up a hair. And then we're going to extend that down. Then we're going to go D, P, add modifier, solidify, make sure it goes the correct way. Am I grabbing the wrong thing? No, what is going on here? That's weird. I don't like that. We'll just do this. Oh, wait. Up, and then we'll just do... And then that's kind of a gray. Alright, that works. Boy, this one's going to take a while to make, huh? Did you watch the Curiosity of Rover land as a kid? Yeah, that's so. Believe it or not, I am significantly older than the Curiosity. I remember when they like started making the Curiosity rover. The rovers when I was a kid were Spirit and Opportunity. Those were my rovers when I was a kid. I actually have a little Spirit Opportunity rover toy on my desk right now. So yeah, I was definitely in the early aughts for space missions with Mars. That was definitely my era. Even like I wasn't alive for the Viking one, but like that one was also pretty impactful. Like learning about it and stuff like that. Has anyone recognized you in public before? Yes, it is an experience. It wasn't bad. I don't want to make it sound like it was a bad experience, but it is not what you expect to happen. I was so caught off guard. Let me do... Oop, no. Apply the scale. Then can I do this? And then we're gonna grab this. That's not gonna work. Of course, why would it? That would be like totally cool and easy. This is not gonna work. It's fine. Whatever. Oh, wait. Maybe we can get it here. Eh. Nope. There we go. Okay. Let's select a little bit less. Scale. Actually... There we go. Just feels a little better. Subtle, I know. Whatever. Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know. The way I just gotta roll with whatever my brain sees, and then I go from there. Although I guess that would make sense with the larger ones. Yeah, okay. Alright, I see you. Let's... I was doing it originally to get a sense of scale for this thing, so I can do that now. Which I think I can just do... like this. And how many of those are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me hide these, Can you hide those? Actually, I've never tried that before. Viewport? That does not seem to do anything. Okay, whatever. It's fine. We'll just do this. Oop. There we go. Now I can see a little better. Okay. Actually, wait. Probably do. There we go. I'm going to be actually viewing this room from a few different perspectives, so I do need to just make, like, the whole room. So. How long will it take for your system to render the videos? It depends on the video. So I don't actually make a lot of the 3D models I use. I end up buying a lot of them because it's way easier. So yeah. So that'll be one. That'll be one. That'll be one. Nope. Did that wrong. Shoot. Oh yeah. Hang on. Where's the center? There. So you want one there. One there. There we go. I figured it out. I know what I'm doing. Realistically, I only want them here. Actually, here. Nope, other direction. Shoot. It also doesn't need to be perfect. later. It's fine. It feels so nice distracting him while he works. Yeah, you showed me. Okay, let's get some. That works. Did I go to university or college? No, not really. I attended a couple of community college classes, but I ended up dropping out pretty quickly. I did not leave room over here. Oops. Whatever. Why did I drop out? It just wasn't for me. I think, I went to, so, and to say that I dropped, I took, let's see, I did 2 math classes and 2 English classes in total. I didn't go full-time. I was very much just like testing the waters. I kind of went over this in my how to do anything without AI video. I did really well in the 2 math classes. I did okay in the first English class, and then the second one, it just wasn't really clicking for me, and so I just dropped out. I honestly have never really seen myself as somebody who would be successful in something like school. So I just didn't really pursue it or take it seriously or anything like that. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. No, that's not a shelf. That's a... What would you call it? Cabinet? Like that thing. Feels like a cabinet. That feels cabinety. It doesn't need to be perfect. We'll grab a... I don't know. That doesn't really fit in the vibe. Let's do... We'll do you. Again, doesn't need to be perfect. Oh, locker's a good one. Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, that does kind of fit that. That's also just kind of a big gray box. It's really hard to tell. But yeah, we'll toss that in there. We'll just start smashing some things together. I think it'll be fine. Push these over here though. And then whoop. Whoop. There we go. What editing software do I use? Blender. I know that's like the wrong answer, but that's the truth. I use Blender. Everybody always yells at me. Why do you use Blender? Why don't you use something else? Because I like Blender. I don't know. What am I doing? I could make this really easily. The soothing music helps, I'm sure. I have not ever tried to get into game development, no. That's just not my thing. Mad respect to the people that do it, though. Look at that. Hey. Oh. Yeah, alright, give me a sec. I'll show you the tries. Come on, OBS, where are you? There you are. There we go. That should work. Observe them. Hey, Brad X Flip Note. Bleh. How are you doing? I don't actually know how to say your username. But I love your gambling video and some of the other ones you've made. I say that like we haven't talked before. Rax D Flip Note. Thank you. See? Look at that. No, I don't need to know. Love it. And then we're going to join those. Love it. And now we're going to make another cube. We're going to do that again. Let me... Oop. Cursor just selected. Selection to cursor. There we go. I'll just make this a little easier. Oh, it's like offset to one side. That's interesting. It makes this a little easier, doesn't it? And it is definitely more narrow, but not that much more narrow. If I got a dumb flip phone, would you be my text buddy so that I could send to ASCII art? Yeah, of course. You could currently do that. Like, you don't need my phone number to send me cool ASCII art. You could just do it. Is 2D RC gone forever? Heck no. He's mostly on the second channel doing cool fart tricks. I wish I was lying. That's a real thing. Look at this. See, if you go over here. Granted, I haven't made a 2D guy in a little while, but no, I love drawing this little dude. You kidding me? Look at this. How can you not love that? That's great. I actually won't be showing Mission Control Center for this one. See, look at that. Little little waffle guy. Also, yeah, I don't know how many of you knew this, but like I'm actually a child. And that one's in 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy. We love easy ones. But please, fewer of those. Those are a little bit thinner. Great. Love it. Oh no! I didn't select all of them. There we go. That one, yeah, that one definitely has the same kind of... What did I call you? 10? Assign. Alright. Maybe just move that a little bit lower. There we go. That's better. Cool. Then we can join you two. We can just copy paste those above all of them. Actually, not copy paste. What is it? It's Alt D. There we go. Recommendations for tutorials or Blender plugins. Actually, I do have a lot of recommendations for tutorials. God, there's a bunch you could go for. Markham 3D is one that comes to mind, friend of the channel. Ooh, he's almost at 100k subs. Y'all should subscribe. Give him a little love. He definitely makes solid tutorials. I've definitely used quite a few of it. I used one of his really recently. Of course, you have your Ian Hubert lazy tutorials. Fantastic. Can't go wrong there. Your Blender gurus, of course. That's a classic guy. Katie Sketch, who's here in the chat with us, has made a few pretty handy Blender tutorials related to like 2D stuff, which is really cool. She made this, hey, can I like learn Blender in 10 days? That was a good video. You should definitely watch that. Yeah, definitely. There's definitely quite a few channels out there that I would recommend. And then, another one that's like really good. Polyfjord is so good. His tutorials are seriously fantastic. So yeah, there you go. Those are some recommendations. And I'll add the materials to these things later. Because now I can add the yellow beam. Yay! Oh, and that's only one on the top. Okay, that's good to know. Whoops. Get rid of that second row. Just get rid of that extra array. What are we doing? Is it connected? Oh, it's like a rail system. Oh, that's fun. I thought you were using Blender 2.7. Yeah, that was the version I learned on. And I thought it would be really funny to scare the people that recognize 2.7 with this theme. Because it's really funny. Oh, gosh. You gotta have fun, right? Yep. Ladders. We need a lot of ladders. Yeah, I'll grab a couple of you. You. There's a smaller step there. Kind of a step ladder kind of vibe. So we'll grab a step ladder. I know it's the wrong size, but it's fine. We're not going for perfection here, y'all. Down. Oops. Oh man, what would I recommend for someone's first big Blender project? Honestly, I don't recommend like just jumping like, I don't know. I did Inktober back in 2021. I just did like, oh, every day I'll make a scene in Blender for Inktober. And so like doing something like that where it's like small scale, like getting used to like just jumping into it every day and doing that, I think that's probably more effective than just saying jumping into a huge project, because like some of these ones that I'm working on are even, it's like terrifying, you know, to work. I mean, this one, right? Like this one has how many shots? Like these are all the individual scenes that I need to make for this video, right? And like we've barely scratched the surface. So it just takes time. You just gotta get used to doing this sort of thing, just screwing around for a while. Which I love, screwing around. That's my favorite part of all of this, really. You're facing the wrong way. Whoa. Oh my god, what did I do? That's what I wanted to do. Scale 1. I just want to be a little bigger. I know isn't realistic, but can't stop me. There's one other ladder, isn't there? I tend to build things out before I optimize, if I'm being honest. But yeah, it's fun building stuff from the ground up. Don't get me wrong. It's just kind of important to like keep expectations at bay, right? Like I feel confident that I can actually do this many scenes because I've proven to myself multiple times now. It's like, okay, yeah, I could do this. Yeah, it really doesn't look like it's super fun to work here. But then again, robots, that's kind of cool. Celestial robots at that. Oh yeah, if you don't have direction, that's honestly a really valid place to be. Something that I have found a lot of fun in doing is trying to just like recreate things. Like go out into the real world, take a picture of something, and then try to recreate it in Blender and just like build up those skills. And then after a while, you know, ideas will just come to you and you'll want to just make stuff, you know. Yeah, exactly. Photogrammetry. So here's where we're going to start taking some creative liberties. Start. Like I haven't been doing it the whole time. It's fine, it's fine. Let's do a mirror modifier. Yeah, there we go. It's gonna make life a lot easier. So we go down here. do. We'll get the scale down a little bit. How do you text using a button phone? I don't actually text very often, I'm going to be honest. Oh, the VTuber is actually just a looping video. It's not actually scanning anything that I'm actually doing. It's just something I rendered like a year ago. So, there you go. That's why it looks the way that it does. There we go. That's a little better. See? I got you. So I think here's where we're gonna do something kind of weird. I think we're gonna duplicate this. And we're gonna separate it. And then we're just gonna work on this for a bit. So we're gonna go E, do there, there, and there. And then let's give it some more of that. And then we'll take these, and there's a thingy that I never remember where it is. It's a triangulate. What the heck am I looking for? Is it triangulate? Yeah, that's what I was looking for. And then what we do, just go here, wireframe, and you have to apply the scale first. Whoop. Okay, and then we'll fix the wireframe here in a minute. And then we'll do a subdivision, maybe? I don't know, that might suck. Let's find out. That does suck, oh my god. Maybe a bevel would be better. Yeah, that is better. Oh, and we want to do the boundary, because with this top edge, what? Whatever. Boop. Nope. Forget it. You will be the one. And we'll duplicate you, bring you up, And then we'll extrude you up a little bit. There we go. That gives us that rail. Cool. Oh, we're getting there. Not 40 hours, 40 days. Remember, it's 40 days of rendering. Also, you gotta be polygon maxing, as the kids would say, I'm sure. Whoa, that's, nope. Forget it. That's not what we're doing. I just, yeah, this is kind of the first run of me trying out streaming stuff. Not first run, we did it a little bit ago. The name of this theme for Blender is Grayscale. That helps. Okay, let's come back down here. Because I want to work on some stuff down here now. Looks like we got some trash cans. But they're square. Like that. That's too small. I want a bigger one. Big square. I can make that one work. Okay, and then a bucket. A bucket hat. Oh my god, that's so cool. That's exactly what I was looking for. That'll work. I also had a bunch of like monitors, laptops and stuff over here. Just grab a couple of those real quick. Da, 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 da. I like that one. I think we're actually going to go for that one. But I'll change the screen, even though it's very funny. Actually, it looks like this is all one material, so we can fix that. We'll make the base this black. I'll make this the screen. And we'll just give it an emission of like 5. Never needs more than that. Put crabs on the screen. Oh my god. Put your channel on the PC as an Easter egg. Alright. Good call. I got you. Let's do that. I'll just do a whole screen screenshot. Why not? And let's go back to Blender. And we'll go into our shader editor. We'll do that. We're going to plug it into the emission and that, because that works a little better. And then that was here. And then we have to unwrap it, whatever. UV editor. There you go. Talk about an Easter egg. Oh my god. How long have I been using Blender? 12 years. I started in 2014. Let's also make sure this one's emissive. They never are. There we go. Now they actually like glow correctly, which is nice. Yeah, it's been a minute. That's for sure. That's kind of, part of me is like, oh, I'm cheating because I'm using like, you know, things like Blender Kit. I'm using like pre-made assets and stuff like that. But then part of me is like, no, I've earned it. I've used the software long enough. It's fine. Where's that? Oh no, shoot. Oh, because we're in UV editor, not image editor. Duh. Yeah, no, stuff on the screen is always like impossible to see. But I like doing it. So thanks for the recommendation. And actually, this one, we're going to duplicate and turn it off. And actually, here's a good trick for my Blender nerds. And I should have done that with this one too, so I'll do it here in a second. Make your screen nice and glossy with the coat. So like when it's off, it has this like really deep reflection, you know? And like if you really want to lean into it, give it like a slight color. I'm noticing some green usually works pretty well. And then that way, when you turn on the screen, it like blends with that, you know? I just think it looks kind of nice. But we're gonna actually copy that over here. Boop. And we're gonna set this to 5. Yeah, see, isn't that nice? We'll do the same thing with this one. We'll select the screen. We will get rid of that. Make it black, because then when we turn it off, you want it to look like a laptop, right? You want it to look like a screen. You can turn up the metal to make it a little bit more dark. And then, yeah, coat. And there you go. Laptop screen. Isn't that nice? Yeah, and exactly. It'll have glare at certain angles. Yeah. It's a really subtle thing, but you know me and subtle details. I love them. I really should take the dive on Blender. You should. You should. I'm telling you. It's so good. Actually, this is one of the scenes that we are at longer than most scenes, which is why I'm spending so much time on it. Here, I'll actually tell you which ones we're going to be at the longest. 1639, the classroom, obviously, classic. That's like our home for most of this stuff. The JPL observation deck is a decent chunk of the video. The museum is a decent chunk, so is the observatory. And I think that's it. Oh, and the Titan 2 silo outside is also a decent chunk. So like those are the ones like I really want to prioritize. Yeah. Yeah, advertisements. That's a good recommendation, though. I like that. I will be adding myself to some of these scenes, yes. This one will have myself in it. It's just gonna... I need to... I'll try to do that one on stream. It'll definitely happen over on Patreon. The streams are free over there, to be clear. But yeah. Okay, let's see what other spots have laptops. I saw more than that. Here's a couple. Oh, I didn't even get those ones in there. Oh, I know this one had one. Also, this should probably be moved over even more. Whoop. Let's grab you. Actually, maybe not. Then we'll do... We need chairs. Office chairs. That. I know that's not the exact same one, but we're not going for perfection. We're going for illusion. This will capture the vibe, you know. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Have you ever told any family members about cool modeling things? I don't think so. I mean, I can't imagine they would care. How often do you update your system? That's a good question. Usually between projects, if I'm being honest. Unless something like drastic comes up, but I do daily backups, so if something does come up, I won't get, like, obliterated. Because it happens sometimes, you know? I'm just gonna throw another chair over here, even though there's not. Again, we're going for... Oh, I know. The ship being so far away. It's crazy to think about that kind of stuff. Cart? Looks like a... Yeah, old wheel cart. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Let's see. Ooh, that's... Let's do that one. I like that. There looks like there's a bunch of these. So we'll just throw a bunch of these around. I actually bought a model for the rover because I wanted a really nice quality one, because I want to be standing next to it at one point in the video. So yes, but not really. There's a laptop over here too. I think, maybe. I just see a screen. That's all I know. Oh, and then there's one on this table. What's your backup solution? rsync. I keep it simple. Like just command line. I just back it up to my NAS at the end of every day, and then that jumps straight into rendering new stuff. So yeah. Howdy. How did you get the second window? Oh, there's a script. If you go to their GitHub page, there's a script that you can run that installs all the extra stuff. Oh, that's such a good idea, being in an engineering suit. Oh, man. Actually, it doesn't make sense in the context of what I'm talking about. Believe it or not, this scene is a very emotional scene for me. But I like where your head's at. I very much like where your head's at. Wireframe leak. Yeah. Let's get some keyboard. We'll just go for good, boring keyboard. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Is the keyboard correct? Yeah. Looks right to me. There's no Windows key, but I don't care. It's like that's a printer. I could be wrong. We'll do that one. And this one, we're going to give a new material. Oh my god, this one's not good. Yep. That's okay. Great, new. Great. That'll work. Make it a little bit less. There we go. What was back here? Oh, this entire thing. I see. Okay. I did know that Artemis 2 had Microsoft Outlook problems. I thought that was hysterical. Man, there's just like a whole bunch of stuff up there. Phones, it looks like. Need a the reason is, I just, I'm trying to personally avoid the news. Not like to be uninformed, but because it's like insanely depressing. So just for like my own mental sanity, I've blocked a bunch of those kinds of words. Because it's depressing. There's a red tool. I might have been too close to the mic, sorry. Ooh, see, they got the roughness there, right? Oop. There we go. Mmm, delicious. Whoa, what's this tiny TV, man? Come on. What are your thoughts on animation like the Spider-Verse Arcane on all of those animated movies? I think it's so cool. I love that people are just trying new things, making stuff stick. I know there's a lot of arguments that they look similar, but I don't think I agree completely. I think that Spider-Verse had a very unique style. Arcane, I mean, looks like a painting. It's so cool. So did the new Puss in Boots movie and the Bad Guys. I love the way that was animated. I mean, even the K-pop Demon Hunters was like really well done. I really liked that. So yeah. I'm not illegally allowed to answer that question. Yeah, Mitchell's versus the Machines was also fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. Big fan, big fan. They have like these circles everywhere. Let's add some of those. Whoops. The next video topic is space. Kind of like the plant video. No, universe. There's not really not that I'm aware of, at least. Oop, scale that way. Let's get some of those internal edges, actually. That looks kind of fun. So we're going to do this. We're going to do a loop cut here and here. And then we're going to do these. Oop. Trust me, you'll see in a second what I'm going for here. Okay, then we're going to extrude faces along normals. We're going to go out just a little bit, and then we're going to scale them. Are they set to individual? Yeah. Set it not to the z-axis though. Great. And then this layer, we're going to shrink this way. No, we want it to be out? Yeah. And then we're going to do one more loop cut. And this face is going to be out too. Okay. Then we're going to add another cylinder. And you're thinking, what on earth is he doing? He's being a menace right now. I can hear you saying it. Then we're going to take I got you. Okay, then we're going to do a boolean. That guy. Apply. Delete. And now we got all those sick edges internally. Hey, pretty good, right? Oh, and we actually needed to keep that for just a minute longer because we need to apply the exact same thing to you. Apply. Now we can delete you. And now it goes to the floor. Hey, pretty good, yeah. And then let's just make sure this goes up. I guess both of those? Yeah. And then there. Super. And now we can start to do some of these external details here. Let's do one there. Okay. And then this is all kind of metallic-y. Whoop. A little bit shinier. And then bevel, just to help with some of those edges. Let's take this one. There we go. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Am I on Nebula? Would I like to be? I am not on Nebula, and no, I don't know. It's just not my thing. I just like doing my own thing, you know? I just kind of want to stick to that. I already got that weird shape down. Let's see. Yellow badge here. Okay, whatever. Cool. Oh yeah, we gotta work on what's over here. Okay. This one we're just gonna kind of have to go with vibes, unfortunately. Because I actually don't know what this looks like, and I doubt we're gonna find pictures of it. But basically, what it is. No, E. And then let's just do I. I think it was like this. I am totally going off of memory here. Then it went back a little bit. Not a lot. And then, of course, it was all slightly taller. Okay. Yeah, that feels right. We'll give those an emission black body of, I don't know, like, let's say 8, no, let's do 55. Yeah, and I'll set these to like 50, 10, sure. And then here, we're gonna extrude, shrink a little bit. And then I, nope, F, there we go. New material, save that. And then this is a okay, let me fix some of this really quick. Oh, actually, Sheep it. We should be able to see if one of the things that I'm testing on Sheepit right now is done rendering. I doubt it. No! I can't see without signing in. Lame. I guess that's fair. Well, never mind. It's not the back rooms, I promise. It's the observation deck. It's like it's an actual thing at JPL. Actually, this... Okay, yeah, that window's way too big. Whoops! That's what I get for not looking. Not checking. Luckily enough, that's easy to fix. Teehee. Literally just do that. It was a little bit taller than people height. I do remember that much. Okay. Okay, wait, maybe that wasn't the right way to do it. Hmm. Sure, whatever. Hmm. Oh. Oh, is that right? Hey, let me look. Projects. No. Yeah, you gotta be signed in to see projects. Oh, well. repairs we're gonna do. Start by making that more narrow. Yeah, that feels less stupid. That's good. Alrighty. Okay. It was a really narrow hallway, that much I remember. Like, yeah, that feels absolutely right. Alright, I gotta see where I saved that file to. I could have sworn I had it, but maybe I didn't. I would have saved it here. Yeah, it's the back room. This guy cloned himself and everything. Ooh. I don't think of it as you. What are you? No, that's a moon. I don't want a moon. You don't look like a moon man. That's the... Yeah, those are all missile things. I really didn't think it was one of these. Aegina, Europa, Gantry Isle. No. Yeah, definitely not. Okay. Whatever. Well, I'm gonna be honest, folks. I'm a little hungry. I could use some foodage. So I think we might end here today. I'm gonna continue to work on this one. If you want to keep following the progress on this, you can do so over at patreon.com/RejectConvenience. The live streams are free over there. I just feel more comfortable doing them more frequently over there. I don't want to bombard subscribers with daily notifications over here. But if you don't want to do that, I will be here again next week on YouTube. So if you want to do it that way. Yes, you can chat on... you can chat on Patreon, yes. There's also chat on the forums, yeah. Yes, no, yeah, you can chat on Patreon for free. The whole stream is free. It's when it's going to the VOD that it's paid. I'm still figuring out a way to make that make sense. So that's just how it works for now. But yes, the stream itself is free. So yeah. Oh yeah, and then yeah, I'm really bad about posting on Blue Sky. So I will try to do it. But it is optional. If you do want to join, you're welcome to. Otherwise, yeah, I'll be doing another one of these next week because we have lots more to do. I'm trying to do one stream a week on YouTube, I think. But yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. This is a busy room. But yeah, you like the YouTube streams? Okay, I'm gonna keep sitting on this. I'll reconsider for sure. This is all very new still, so we'll adapt accordingly. All right, everybody, have a good rest of your day. And as they say in Italy, hasta la pasta.